quick spoiler warning, if you have not seen this movie, there are a few spoilers in it. So go watch the movie. This isn't supposed to be a skip the movie just to get my opinion. No, I actually talk about spoilers in here, so go watch the movie first. So I saw Ghostbusters Afterlife for a second time, and I liked it a lot less. Now, before people say I'm hating on a masterpiece or whatever, it's just my opinion as a young kid who critiques movies. You can like something and have problems with that thing. Revenge of the Sith has a lot of problems, but I personally still like watching it because I enjoy myself while watching it. But if these problems are awful, like the majority of problems in movies like Pacific Rim 2 or Batman v Superman, it's not enjoyable because in movies like those, there are no redeeming factors. However, this movie has a lot of redeeming factors. So much, in fact, that I didn't notice what I didn't like about this movie until my second watch. So I'm going to talk about what I liked and disliked about this movie and give it a final score between 1 and 10 at the end. So let's go, viewers. Personally, I think this movie has great characters. Phoebe is a fun character who's kind of a cliche nerd child that knows a lot about science and stuff. Podcast is a funny kid who's there for Blech. Podcast is a funny kid who's there for comedic relief, and his personality is established well in the story. We have the mother who has this grudge against her grandfather throughout the whole movie, and the grudge is established from the beginning of the movie. Finn Wolfhard's character works as the older teenage brother who's annoyed at everything that's going on at the beginning of the film and kind of becomes a hero at the end. And finally, my favorite character, Paul Rudd as Gary Gruberson, the funniest character in the entire movie. Every time I watch his scenes, it feels like he's fully using improv with his dialogue. His lines are actually hilarious in this movie. Also, another thing I liked about this movie are the jokes. Even the ones that Phoebe keeps saying that aren't funny made me crack up. This movie's also got lines that made me laugh because they're kind of weird. But now, I gotta be mean and get into the things that I did not like about this film. I would like to start with my only hated character in this movie, Finn Wolfhard's love interest. I really despise her character because she feels underwritten. I watched this movie 2 effing times and I still don't even know what her name is. This character kind of is boring. Like, I don't know a thing about her. If you were to come and ask me, hey, can you tell me about Finn Wolfhard's love interest in Ghostbusters Afterlife? I wouldn't be able to give you an answer because I genuinely don't know. Like, why does she just randomly join the adventure? I genuinely thought I missed a scene of her actually talking with the main characters about the plot. But no, just turns out that scene doesn't exist. There's also a lot of fan service in this movie. I mean it. This movie has constant reminders of things from the original. And no, I'm not talking about the Ghostbuster gear, you idiots. I'm talking about the other stuff. I like the subtle fan services, such as the Crunch Bar and the Ghostbuster suit, the old receptionist being the woman that talks to the mom in the beginning of the movie, and the scene of Phoebe using her one phone call to call the Ghostbusters. But in the last third of the movie, it becomes too much. I don't need to see the marshmallows or the dogs from the original. Personally, I don't think Gozer needed to be the villain in this movie at all, and I wish we had an original villain for the movie. Also, the final battle doesn't need jokes. I get that most of it is original Ghostbuster humor, but I still don't like it. I do like the conclusion of the film with the mom understanding that Egon was trying to protect the world from danger and her learning that he really did care about her. Overall, I don't think this movie is bad. It's still really cute and funny, but it still has problems that when you really think about them, it makes the movie a little hard to watch. However, I enjoy the humor and characters too much for me to care about the film's issues. So with all that being said, I'm going to give Ghostbusters Afterlife a 6 out of 10. At least it's better than the 2016 movie.
You